What's happening, you guys? It's your boy RottenRoseQ back with another reaction video. And this time, we got another one from Rolling Stones, but this one is with RM. Let's go ahead and get into this one. And I also want to go ahead and say thank you so much for everybody that supports the channel, whether it's by loving the shorts, leaving comments there, whether it's by loving the long form content and leaving comments and sharing and hitting that hype button, just being here. Shout out to the Ride and Rose family. Shout out to the army. And let's go ahead and not waste any more time and get into this one, y'all.
RM of BTS, welcome back to the cover of Rolling Stone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I relate to you because you seem to go through a mini existential crisis like maybe every week.
Yeah. Actually, I'm very nervous and afraid at the same time because it's been a while. And yeah, I really want to pretend that I'm okay and I'm ready, all decided, everything's great. I just can't wait. I just really want to say that, but even more than that, I really want to be honest. I just hope, everything's gonna be fine, and everything will be, but still at the same time, I still have fears.
Do you have stress dreams before something?
I love that he said that as the leader. I think that that's really dope, right? That's something to think about. That although you expect him to come in to this interview just on nothing but high energy and high faith and high hopes, is like, keep in mind he's going through this whole process here, the whole creative process, the whole planning process of the album and the tour. So in the planning process of something, it's not always um easy to see that everything is going to work out beautifully. Like, let's just take this into consideration, right? Like, I am in the planning process a lot when it comes to these videos, and when you guys leave comments or when you guys share it and hit a hype button, it's not something that I could just say while I'm making a video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. Like, that's just stupid to believe. Every time I give you guys a piece of work, it's always going to be a new piece of art from me. And yeah, there's always a chance that you guys might not like it. I believe that any human being that gets into the mindset of every time I give people this, they're going to love it, you're going to bore people, and it's never going to go the way you think. And chances are you're going to be a little bit what's the word I'm looking for here? Just, just out of touch. So I love RM's attention, and I love, not attention, I love RM's approach to how he goes about his future. He doesn't go into it with the, oh yeah, we're gonna kill them and they're gonna love it. It's like, yo, nah, I would love to come in with that energy, but I'd rather come in with honesty. I really hope that things are gonna be okay. I know they're gonna be okay, but I really hope that they're gonna be okay. Very leader like of you. Very leader like of you, RM.
Thing is coming out?
Yes. I have extreme stress and extreme joy at the same time. And it's always back and forth every time, every night. I think these days when I wake up in the morning, I always in a good mood, just get a cup of coffee and then yo, it's a new day. But at night, I feel like, man, I don't know what it's gonna be like. And so I really want to live great in the mornings, but I felt quite depressed and sad at night. But the funny thing is, it was exactly the opposite years ago. I loved the night because we worked every day during daytime. At night, when I just come home and I feel alone, I felt really great. I really love to walk the streets where nobody is.
In 2022, you were saying to Pharrell, you still love music, but then maybe you love visual arts more, maybe you loved other things more. Did you come back around, and how was that journey for you?
I think music, is always there. It's just the root. And, sometimes you just can't resist when just some music you love is just turned on and you just can't help but just dancing to it or like just like nodding to it, vibing to it. And I think visual art, sometimes it requires more like backgrounds and trainings and more kind of like intellectual things. In the military, I listened to like so many albums. I'm in love with music more right now, maybe.
But when you think of listening to music during that time, was there
Yeah, so random thought just came up, guys. So first off, I'm not gonna be needing those, right? That's first. Um, Second off, right? Really thinking about what RM is saying here. RM is such a visionary, and RM wants to use his mind. Just hear me out. For some people, making music is like walking or breathing. It's just something that's just a part of us and it's just who we are, no matter how far we ever try to go from it. What I mean by that is if I wanted to make a record right this second, I can. If I heard a beat that spoke to me and influenced me, I can write a beautiful song to it quicker than the average person for the most part. With that said, when you learn music like that, let alone get as successful as RM has gotten from music, you're not necessarily putting in as much brain power as you would on something that's completely new to you. And then even when I think about visual arts and what visual arts had done in RM's world, right? Think about how their careers were before the transition into stories into their videos and caring more about the emotional connection with the person that's watching the video. I could imagine how RM noticing the importance of that changes the way that he thinks. And now he wants to be a little bit more a part of the visual process as well. And then you hear what he said as well. As he's learning more about the visual process, he's learning that everybody that is responsible for the visual part, they have some sort of school behind them, some sort of skill behind them, something that they've done for hours and hours and years to get where they are. So I think that that's beautiful, and I think that RM doing that is not him losing out on music or shying away from music. I believe that it all works, it all coincides together, in my opinion. But let's keep rocking.
a moment
And trainings and more kind of like intellectual things. In the military, I listened to like so many albums. I'm in love with music more right now, maybe.
But when you think of listening to music during that time, was there a moment, is there an album or a song you can think of you connected with and said, this is my life this is saving my life right now?
I think last year it was Tyler's track with Tizo Touchdown.
I wasn't expecting him to say that song. Shout out to Tyler and shout out to Touchdown as well. Like what? This is what I'm trying to say, man. For years, RM was already in like he was deep in to the culture for years.
Forever, so long. It was like Tizo singing
Yes.
the phrase. Maybe like at that time, the military, I felt too long for me. I just kept thinking like, man, maybe this is gonna be like forever, and then the forever is too long. So I was like keep singing the phrase all the time, and I got I think I was being healed singing along to it, and like Dijon's album was great.
Production is
Yes,
so crazy in
right,
that.
right. Spotify Wrapped, I checked it. The Dijon's album, I think I listened to it more than like 500 minutes. And Joji, Pass Won't Leave My Bed. The past won't leave my bed. Sometimes it's just like a simple phrase, but it just
Yeah, he's
hits me like
showing
so
love.
hard when it is combined with like certain type of sound and instruments.
You made it clear that when with Butter and Permission to Dance, They were so huge and so successful. They left you confused about what is BTS.
Yes.
And I think that you had a few years to think about that. I think you did figure it out, but I'm curious about like your sort of mental journey from, man, I don't know what we are anymore, to I know now.
I think I still don't know. And maybe, I think a musician should talk with their music, right? And it's being more and more just careful to explain and like describe how I'm feeling right now, or what like this album is about, or well, I think it's just this magazine and this interview with you is just another record, so I could like look back to it when I'm like 50. Yeah, looking back to it and like, man, when I was like 31, I felt like that, and I was like talking to you, like, because I believe right now like this type of feeling is the deepest truth in my heart. I think I'm still really confused, because I thought in the military, maybe if it's just all finished and we all come back in 2025 June, then maybe there's some type of very precise, sharp consensus that we could all like relate to, but which was not very true. So I think these 14 tracks are the could be the type of, it's still blurry, but it could be just an answer to the people who is wondering like, what is BTS in 2026? But I think for this album, I try to um, say that express more of universal things like love, hurt, nostalgia, missing. And I think I'm still into that, expanding personal experiences into universal emotions and feelings.
The energy.
I'm gonna try to also speak to that really fast. So if you understand, these guys came out as RM. It was a rapper in the beginning, right? I even saw a video when they were younger how RM explained how he never was a dancer, but he was willing to learn how to dance because dancing is cool. If y'all watch that video, then you know what I mean, where he was explaining how he didn't look at dancing to be cool, but now he understands that dancing is cool, right? Now you see at that point, they were making noise, but it was pretty much night and day by the time Dynamite and Butter and the rest of the what you would call, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just the industry records, right? I'll speak from the West perspective. That's the equivalent to like a guy that's a rapper making a song that is 120 BPM. Look it up if you don't know what that means. But pretty much, just like a pop song or like a Flow Rider or Pit Bull. It's kind of like when you make that change, it's a word for it. They call it commercial. You're going commercial. I believe in that commercial move that they made, RM probably felt conflicted because he was true to rap and true to hip hop and true to what's real to them. I saw in so many different videos how they express that to BTS, it's important to them to always put their story in their music. So I can see how in that moment RM might have felt misplaced, or just it was a moment of understanding for him. And then even when he says, yo, so even while this album is made, we made this album for people to understand who we are, but I'm still confused. So there's always going to be a difference between how they see things and how the world is seeing things as well. I say that to say, in all respects, we had some really good rappers that hopped on songs like that. That's like, I'm thinking about like the B.O.B.s. And I'm saying that to say, I don't expect RM to ever watch this video or anything, but if RM is to ever watch this video, I do want you to know that no matter what you do musically, you're always being yourself. Just because you're the one that's willing to give the effort and actually lay the vocals down, it is now an RM record. At that point, at that moment, it's RM time. And I'm saying that to say, when I play all of your records back, I see something great in you. I don't see multiple things. I think so many artists kind of get caught up in this mentality that I'm supposed to be just this way. And they forget that even if you were to make a song of a different genre, it's still you. And when I'm playing all of your music together, I still see you, not 70 artists. So I don't, like I said, I don't expect RM to see this video, but I want RM to not put that type of pressure on himself and continue to change what music, change what the boundaries of music is when it comes to artists and even groups of artists. I love that when it comes to BTS, when you ask yourself, what kind of genre of music does BTS make? There's a plethora of genres that are gonna come up. That's amazing. And I want to see more of that for the youth. I would love to see our youth coming out as artists and not feeling like you need to box yourself or not feeling like it just has to sound this way, especially when you see the results that the army is giving him. The army is going to support RM no matter what happens. So I want RM to not put that type of pressure on himself and accept making any kind of music and accept all of your wins, because you guys did that. Without you guys coming together to make that record, it would not have been a hit. So therefore, it deserves your acknowledgement and it deserves your praise, in my opinion, man. You are a phenomenal artist. Phenomenal artist. So just gotta go ahead and put that out there. Let's keep going.
Energy reminds me a little bit of the beginning.
Oh, really?
The early rap, more rap rocky stuff.
I think that's really uh, more of universal things like love, hurt, nostalgia, missing. And I think I'm still into that expanding personal experiences into
I'm gonna
universal
back some,
like,
y'all.
emotions and feelings.
The energy reminds me a little bit of the beginning.
Oh, really?
The early rap, more rap rocky stuff.
I think that's really great to hear because yeah, I had plenty of time to look back. It's truly a new start. And so I think why you felt that energy was because that I think we actually are treating this moment as our new start. But I think we unconsciously just
I've been
come
saying
back
that.
to, or coming back to like when we started, you know, like all those really turned up energy, like very resistant and oh, I want to show something to the world type of energy. But I think we got more mature. It's gonna be definitely the new chapter of BTS.
It's so interesting to listen to your solo albums, Indigo and Right Place, Wrong Person, because in some ways it feels like these are the albums, the kind of music that you might have made had there never been a BTS.
Right.
You know, it's
I
like,
think so.
it's interesting to me that you could even get to that place as an artist mentally.
I think, it's really funny to say, and I think lots of people maybe just slightly know, like who BTS is. Maybe the people, won't agree, but I think I'm really finding myself as, man, I'm born as a kind of a anti to like something.
Like a
Yeah,
rebel.
like when everybody is saying yes, I really want to say no. When I've been doing BTS, I loved it, but I really did hate something, of course, and I just couldn't deny all those feelings. And but I think I knew like um, what is, what to like show to the people or what to just hide and just make it into an album. When I just come back as a solo, I was like thinking of like, man, I gotta do this, I gotta say it. And because, if it's seven, I have to, do my role, have to sometimes be nice. And because lots of kids are watching us. But sometimes I just started music, you know, just on the streets and by rapping. And I just can't resist that. Sometimes I feel like I just want to do this. I just want to do this shit. So I listen to pop music. I love it. I enjoy like every pop music. I always like check the charts sometimes. Sometimes when I just don't want to use my brain too much, I just find like the top 50 global and just listen to it. But sometimes I feel like, man, this is not enough. I have to like dig more. I have to explore what the world is like. I just want to see the edges, of this earth. So when it comes to solo project, every infras and every powers and every impacts, the numbers maybe, or the masses, the scales, that helped me a lot so that I could express maybe without thinking of economic things. And I could do a song with Little Sims, Monster Somni. They're great artists. By the name of, maybe sometimes using the name of BTS and the brand. When it comes to the team project, by the experiences that I had on my solo, just do everything to like 100 or even more than that. I could tell the team or the members that let's push it to the edge, like even more. This is not enough. This is too safe. If we don't challenge anymore, then I think there's no reason that we should keep doing this as a team. So we have to show the world that we are still ongoing and still exploring and figure out like new things. I think we have to like have an experiment and push it to the edge even more, and just still not enough.
How did you resolve? I mean, you're
I think I really love RM's approach. RM is kind of showing you the 2.0 leader, right? So I seen what RM's leadership traits were like before. I see a different type of leader right now. I see a leader that's kind of less in the mood to just give anything. Not that he ever gave anything, but that line that he said right there, that line that he says, where listen, if we're not going to give the people the same level of effort, of challenge and rebellion, and if we're not going to strike up that same energy in people, we need to just stop. If we're not, and why that's dope to me is because when I hear the interviews of all the rest of them, I kind of see all of them saying, man, there's no way that we would ever separate. And I don't believe that there's a way that they would ever separate. But when I hear RM saying that, yo, listen, there's a bar that we set, and although it's been a while since we've been, or like since we've been at this point, that bar is still at the same place. I see a new leader in RM. And I also see new energy in every last one of them as well, which is why I'm saying I think it's going to be very scary to see what the new BTS is going to look like, because there's a new BTS. Like it's clear. If before you watch these Rolling Stones interviews you thought that there wasn't, I think it's clear now. There's a new BTS, new energy, new things that are important to him, new successes, and new opportunities for them to do exactly what it is that they want to do. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to hear RM's next album. And on top of that, I can't wait to do my deep dive into RM's solo albums to get a better understanding of what it was that RM was saying on those personal albums that he would never say on the BTS album. And if anybody got any comments about that, leave it in the comments too so I can get a better understanding. What do you guys think is the difference between solo RM and BTS RM? I heard him just say that he is a little bit more nicer. The word nice from a musician's perspective can mean so many things. Nice could literally mean, you know what? You guys got it. I like it. Nice can mean bopping your head when you got something in your head that you want to say, but for the respect of the room, you just let it be. I wonder what he means, but let's keep going.
your service was not easy on you.
No.
Are you sort of still recovering psychologically? How is that going for you?
I think I got out of it quite a lot, if we call it a cave. And it's been, this today is today's favorite February, so it's been 8 months, and I think I'm good right now. But sometimes when I try to sleep and when it pops up, man, forget it. I'm done. I'm not in the military anymore. And but that experience hitting the rock bottom, like psychologically, in the truth, I think that helps me. Like, this is now I'm sleeping on my bed. I'm good. You know, yeah. I think that's the great self therapy.
Man, um, RM makes pain look good. And I know that that might sound bad, but in all honesty, right? Even when you spoke to the point to where that the mornings feel really good and then night is where things get questionable. RM is an artist and so many people are watching him. For him to be able to put that in words, I know that he's not the only person that feels that way. I think a lot of people might feel that way. It's I'm actually in the same alignment, at least right now in life. When I wake up in the morning, I can definitely see the positivity of everything that I'm doing. But at night, when it's time to go to sleep, it's a little bit different. I don't know if I'm doing enough. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I should be scrapping everything that I'm doing. So I love his level of vulnerability, and I love that he's so forthcoming with the army. Dude, that says a lot for real.
Did that experience or the past few years change what you want out of life as a person?
I always want to live the present, the now, but it's just there are so many things in 2026 that are like distracting you and me from living now. Like, we're thinking when you look at the reels and all the shores that we're living now, but which is not. They just keep distracting me. So I really miss the time that I just walk in the rain and thinking of everything. I think those were the times that I truly lived the present. I really don't want to think of the past and the future because they are just fantasy. But it's really hard just to focus on where you are right now. So today is like 12th of February, and I always try hard to sometimes just put the phone down and maybe read books. When I just like this, I try hard not to think about the past and the future because future never comes.
Yeah.
Future never comes.
You were
What in the world? So the future never comes, and the past and the future are fantasy. I think that's the gem of this one. That's crazy in a very beautiful perspective when you think about it, right? Our past is a fantasy. Our future is a fantasy, and the future never comes. The the best we can do in life is strengthen whatever it is in us to be prepared for living our lives in the moment, living for the now, and enjoying our experience rather than allowing it to just pass us by. Because so many people, even when you just brought up the Instagram reels, it's like so many people are living in reels and living in the dead scroll that they're not truly taking any time out to put the phones down and do something that genuinely means something to them or just reminds them who they are to themselves. And I actually agree with that. I actually agree with that. So many people, when they are on Instagram, they have no financial goals. It's just fun or it's just scroll. And my thing is nothing wrong with scrolling. I wouldn't say to not have a phone, but I would say take some time out to do things as well. Take some time out to go outside. Take some time out to love yourself. Take some time out to read a book. Like everything that RM is saying is real, and it's kind of sad to me because he's on a completely other side of the world and he feels that same way. So now the question becomes: Is this life of people worrying about the past and the future but not worrying about right now? Is this something that's going on worldwide? Because I was under the impression that this was something that was only going on in America. So that's something that definitely opened eyes. One reason why I have a lot of love for BTS is because BTS helps you understand the international perspective, not just the Western perspective. I appreciate them for that a lot. Let's keep going.
In that dark place psychologically and you got out of it, it wasn't forever. What would you say to someone who, there might be a fan who feels that way right now?
I got out of the crisis I had last year because of the all those environments I had. I got out of it like physically, but mentally, I'm just admitting it that essential sorrow. I don't know what it is called, but it's always there in some part of my heart. So I think I'm still in the middle of just admitting like who I am. I'm like maybe too sensitive than the others, maybe the average, or I think too much. Sometimes I can't sleep. But do you want to die? No. I try to love the life, the skies, taking walks, good friends, drinks, music, interview. I'm still fighting the demons, I think maybe it could be forever, and forever is too long, like I said. But I just want to say one thing, like simply, in short, I think life is fun, because it's not because I'm BTS or I'm a star in the spotlight. I think just life is fun, and living is better.
I thought we'd end with the
That was absolutely a beautiful way to put that. I also want to say this much, y'all. Yeah, s- shout out to him admitting stuff. Admitting stuff. I go through depression a lot. I will say this much: at a younger age, I kind of tried to run from depression, or I tried to run from things that will hurt me. And then I learned that no matter how much you try to run, you wake up, it's still gonna be right there. I say that to say, to RM's point, forever is too long, but they'll always be there. What's best is when you're ready to look them in the eye and acknowledge them and learn to live with them, because there's so much more that we have to do in life. Do not allow yourself to drown in the depression to the point where you do nothing at all. Like honestly, even making these videos, sometimes it's the hardest thing for me to do is press record. It's a thing. None of us are perfect human beings. Even people that you see that are in positions in life that you might think that you want to be in, none of them are perfect people. And to see RM being on top of the world and admitting that to you, that should go to show that if he himself is not what's the word I'm looking for here? If he himself can still go through things in life, we should all be willing to understand that things are always going to happen in life. Obstacles will always be there. But it's not about the obstacles. It's about how we deal with it and how we deal with ourselves after. So love yourself. No matter where you are in life, love yourself. And just like he said, no matter how much that I could complain about life, I thank God so much that I'm breathing and living. And there's nothing more that I would like to do in this world. So God bless you all. I hope everybody experienced something amazing today. Thank you guys for showing love to this page for this long. We got so much more to keep doing. And I even feel like I'm working on the 2.0 of this channel and the 2.0 of myself. But let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this one. Thank you guys again. It's your boy RottenRoseQ. and I'm out of here.